Hello, and welcome to the TrailManners podcast. I'm your host, Eric Manning, coming to you from the beautiful trails in Ogden, Utah, but connecting you to wherever trail, ultra, and mountain running takes us. We'll bring trail running to life with amazing athletes, discuss the latest topics, epic journeys, and get you stoked for your next trail adventure. We're sharing the moments that make life special, because even a rough day on the trail beats a good day indoors, and nothing beats time spent with good friends and great stories. Catch us here weekly for your dose of dirt, vert, and good vibes. So now it's time to top off your water, grab some cheese curds, and join us for this week's podcast, where we take you deep into the heart of our sport. It's go time. Hello and welcome to episode number 309 of the TrailManners podcast. This is part 2 of the Christmas gift guide. Our guest today is none other than Debbie Farka. The TrailManners podcast is produced for your enjoyment, and show notes are found at TrailManners.com. Come back often, and please feel free to add the podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at TrailManners. And don't forget to subscribe, review, and rate us on iTunes. If you're so inclined, TrailManners would really appreciate any contribution via our Patreon account at patreon.com/TrailManners. All links are in the show notes. Now let's get after it. All right, welcome back to part 2 of the Christmas gift guide. If you heard the part 1 that we had Preston Wood on there talking about some stuff for the fellas, or really anybody, and you can get gifts for yourself or others. But now we've got another episode, and you'll recognize the angelic voice. She's been on the show before. We've got none other than good friend and supporter of the podcast and veteran as well of the show, Debbie Farka. Debbie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing amazing. So, Debbie, we ran 10 miles this morning.
Sure did.
On some snowy trails, and it was a little chilly, but of course, we were in shorts.
Yeah.
Right?
I ran into some crazies that were wearing tights, and they were regretting their life choices at that moment.
I think so. I think it's still early for pants, for anybody that wears pants. But thanks for joining us. You did this with us last year. It was a great show. And we also changed a category that you don't know about yet, because last year I gave you categories, and you came out with stocking stuffer category, and it wasn't a category. I'm going to give you that this year.
Oh, good.
So we're going to have a stocking stuffer.
I'm ready for it.
All right. So, and I mentioned this yesterday in our show, the first Christmas gift guide we ever did was 12/15 of 2015.
Wow.
And now our first part 1 came out on 12/15/21. 6 years and Christmas gift guide. So I hope that's worked out for you. I talked about a lot of my stuff on the last show, but I do have some new stuff on here that I wanted to bring up. So this one's going to be focused. Debbie's going to talk about the same things we did before, but maybe for the women.
Yep.
Because that's not a category I'm super versed in any realm in the world, especially apparel. Well, I should probably say I'm probably pretty good at women's apparel, and that's for another show. But we'll have Debbie talk about things. So first off, let's catch up with you real quick. How are things going? How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty good. Not running as much as I would like, but maybe there's a goal that needs to be set so that I can make myself get out there a little bit more frequently.
Well, we've run twice in the last week together, and that's more than we ran all of 2021.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. And I thought I was going to die when we did Wheeler Sardine the other day.
You couldn't even tell.
But I survived.
Couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it. So again, this show, it's stuff you can buy for yourself or for somebody else as a gift, or you can give the ideas to somebody to buy you something. And as I mentioned in our last show, we are going to have a contest. We've got some stuff to give away, and all you have to do is email manners@trailmanners.com for other ideas. If we don't mention them, or if you have some comments on stuff we do mention, we've got 2 $75 Path Projects gift cards. We have Path Projects hats, TrailManners beanie, TrailManners hats, TrailManners buff, visor shirt. All kinds of stuff we're going to be sending out.
All of it.
All you have to do is type. That's pretty easy, because most people do that all day anyway. So don't forget to do that. Manners@trailmanners.com, or comment on one of the Facebook posts for the Christmas gift guide, either part 1 with Preston or part 2 here with Debbie, and we'll send out those prizes. And then again, I always like to just make sure everybody is aware. My list does have Path Project stuff on. I it's called the Path Projects crew that I'm involved with. They don't necessarily give you stuff, but I want to get that out there. So I do mention Path stuff, but it's because I'm a full supporter of everything they do. So they don't sponsor the show, but I'm definitely involved with the organization, but that doesn't mean that the stuff is any less good. So I like to get that disclaimer out there. So let's start off. Outerwear. Jackets, pants, anything the outer wears.
The
right?
outer wears.
Yeah, not the underwears, but
Got
the
it.
outer wears.
The outerwears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you listened to the last gift guide that I helped out with, some of these are going to be repeats because they're still my favorite. And full disclosure, like I just said, I haven't been as into the running game as I once was. Maybe that'll change. But these things have lasted. And that's one of the reasons I'm bringing them up again. So the Patagonia Houdini solid go-to jacket. Do you still have yours? Do you still like it?
I just have like 7 of them is all. So I still do wear those. I wore the Houdini Air this morning,
Nice.
which is a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talked about how this is just a staple. Mm-hmm. Either that one or something similar, right?
Yep. It's about $100. What I love about it is it crunches down so tiny. It's super lightweight, but if you're stuck out there and the wind picks up, you're out a little bit longer than you think, the sun goes down and it's a little bit chilly. It's just the perfect go-to have in your pack kind of a jacket. Well,
I mentioned yesterday too, I've changed the way I've done things in the last year, but it's also a nice, even just shell for colder temperatures. So if you want to wear like a long sleeve or something wool or something a little heavy underneath, it's just also just a nice extra shell for either the wind or even, a little bit of the moisture. So I used to primarily wear it just over a t-shirt or something, but now I'm like, this is actually a really good layer because I heat up so bad.
Yep.
So it's such a amazing piece, and that's, again, I think Preston and I both had that on our list. I know I did. I recorded the show yesterday with Preston, so it's been a long time. I don't remember what he said.
I can't recall. Too long ago. Yeah. In fact, I was regretting it this morning. I swapped out my Houdini for a little bit heavier jacket, thinking that the wind in the canyon would be colder than it was, and I was regretting that big time. So.
Yeah, winter hasn't quite figured out if it wants to be here or not, because it's usually a lot colder.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad at all.
Nope.
What else you got?
For a rain jacket, the Arc'teryx Norvan. It's a little pricey, but I have learned the hard way that spend the money if you need a rain shell, especially if you are going to be doing a 100-mile race or a long race where you're going to be out there for a long time, or even adventure runs. The last thing you want to do is be sitting in a remote backcountry aid station for like an hour and a half trying to dry your stuff out. Like I made that mistake once. So, got this jacket shortly after that. It's about $399, but it's an investment piece. Again, take care of it. I've had it for several years and actually put it to the test earlier this year in a pretty gnarly rainstorm and stayed nice and dry on top.
So we've talked about this, and I love to reiterate it because who knows who's listening if you missed something else we talked about. When you have a piece like that, you invest. Right?
Right.
I mean, because it is a solid piece. It's actually, so we'll get to what Eric wants for Christmas. And that's one of the things I want is a Norvan jacket because I've struggled for 10 years. And I've bought so many quote unquote, waterproof jackets, and they're not. They don't do well. They don't breathe well.
Yep.
And I'm also looking for lightweight because I don't like to carry heavy stuff or I want it to breathe a little bit. And I've never bought that. It's not because of the price tag, because I have definitely paid for stuff that I wish I wouldn't have, but always invest, right? Because especially if it's something you do a lot, it pays off, right? And then, and as Debbie even mentioned, and we mentioned before, it could save your life, literally. Right?
100%.
Yeah. So, I mean, those are things you can't put a price tag on at times. So it is an investment. And I know everybody has their preferences and things like that, and that's why we want to hear from you. But that is on my list that I want because I'm done trying quote unquote waterproof jackets only to get home and look like a soggy doggy
and be cold
and freeze. Yeah.
Yes, totally. The one thing with that jacket for the ladies, if you're going to purchase one, and if you think you might want to wear it over heavier pieces to stay warm, because it is thin, it's super breathable. That's one of the selling points of it. It's not like a ski shell necessarily. It's a little bit lighter weight, but it does keep you dry. Size up if you think you're going to want to wear something underneath.
That's
it.
A good point. Yeah, because we just talked about that with the Houdinis. If you want to wear it as a layer, do you know off the top of your head the weight on that jacket?
That's the one thing I did not look up, my
We're
friend.
going to find it before this show ends.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, because I want to know that, because I kind of judge jackets off the Houdini, and I know that's about 4 ounces.
Yeah,
and it varies size you wear.
A little bit heavier than that, but it does fold down, roll up nice and small. And that's super good selling point for that one for me
6.7 ounces.
Yeah.
And it's usually a medium that they're on a lot of these weights and stuff. It's usually a medium that they weigh. So I'm guessing, between 6 and 7 ounces, depending on the size. But that's still super light.
Yeah, it's a great jacket. It's a good piece. I have 2 more for jackets.
I love it. I'm a jacket guy.
These ones, I don't know that you'd want to run in it unless you're layering and it's super cold out. But the Patagonia Nano Puff jacket, it is one of my all-time favorite jackets. I do layer that underneath some ski stuff during the ski season. Haven't ever wanted something quite that warm while running. It's about $199. Super versatile, stylish, sleek. Can't go wrong with that one. And then their down hoodie jacket. $279. I can't remember if I told this story, but they had several years ago a green version of that jacket that had sold out everywhere, and I wanted it so bad. I went deep diving into the dark corners of the interwebs to try to find it. Ordered it from some site I'd never ever heard of and thought for sure I just sold all my bank account information to somebody, but it showed up and it's my favorite jacket. It needs a few patches because it goes camping with me. It goes everywhere, but it's super warm and it's fitting for that after race category.
The best time.
Yep. Just throw that on after you get a little chilled when you cool down. It's a good one.
Yep. I think I have 3 or 4 of them. I've got a problem when it comes to jackets. I'm not
You
gonna lie.
always have. That hasn't changed.
It never will. The shoes and jackets. That's the 2 things that get me.
You need to shift that over into shirts because I'm sitting across from Eric here and his shirt has a giant rip in the arm. Do you want to talk about that?
I will in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I will in a minute. But thanks for jumping ahead.
Maybe Preston gave you some good ideas of some shirts you can replace that one with.
You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see.
All right.
Don't jump to the front of the wagon here.
Please forgive me.
But I'm online right now and I'm looking at the Norvan hoodie for men, and they've got an orange, but they're sold out. Except smalls and mediums.
Do you want me to go find that website I found my Patagonia jacket on for you?
No, because I've dealt with wish.com before, and it's just kind of the same thing, it sounds like. So, yeah, so I'll find it. I'm going to get me, you know what? I'm just going to do it for Christmas for myself.
You should.
It's on my Christmas list, but I think I'm just going to do it.
I think you should.
All right, anything else for outerwear? Pants?
Well, I mean, we ran in shorts today.
Yeah.
I do not like running in pants unless it's really cold, below 20. Do we want to get... Well, I'll wait. I'll share those when we get to that section.
Do we have a below 20 section?
No.
I missed that one. I did the format for this show, and you're throwing curveballs at me. So no. Okay. So I guess we'll get to it when we get to it. Just like my ripped shirt that she calls me out on.
So outerwear, I don't have anything specific like I do for jackets. I do have recommendations for pants that I love,
but not to run in.
No, I mean, it has to be really cold, Eric.
Okay.
I do.
I respect that. I
just got really confused, but here we go. So I'm going to go with the one tight that I have found.
Okay.
3/4, and for all you ladies, you know Lululemon. You've heard of Lululemon. They last forever. I mean, I have a pair of running shorts that I've had for like 9 years.
Wow.
And they just last. And I've had my 3/4 tights from that same store. I've had them for like at least 7 years, and they're still in great shape. Running them, they're the only tight that I have found that I don't have to constantly hike up. And you ladies know how annoying that is when you're running. The last thing you want to do is be hiking your pants up. So,
men, you don't like that either, I'm sure.
Probably
I'm sure
not.
Of it.
But my favorite, because if you get on their website, they have 1,000 different versions of tights.
Yes, they do.
My favorite is the Fast and Free. They have, like I said, ton of different length options and waist options too. If you like super high waist, they have that as well. The biggest selling feature, they have some reflectivity if you're going to be on the road. And then they have a couple different like side pocket options, so you can toss your phone in a side pocket, and they have a zip pocket in the back. So can't go wrong with those. Again, $118 depending on the length that you buy, but they are worth the money.
Well, you just mentioned it though. Like if you've had them for 7 years, right? $118, that's nothing.
Nothing.
Because you're going to be, if you buy junk, you're buying a new one every year, right? So I jumped into the Lulu realm within the last year. I'm not gonna lie. And I've got like a few other joggers. I've got a pair of work pants, some polos. I love their stuff. It's not inexpensive, but it's comfortable. And if you're active, it's still like a lot of materials are flexy and stretchy, and you know what I mean? Yep. So like when I have my work pants, they look nice, I hope, and I can still move around and get funky, right? And I like the idea that the ones you're talking about have the reflective stuff on them, because I like to call that's an all-purpose pant. So you can wear it if you're running on the road, you reflect. But if you go roller skating, and they throw the disco ball on, you've got a little solid electricity going, right? So it's pretty. You got to look big picture.
Those moves you just did here a minute ago,
not bad.
You do those when you roller skate too?
Will not confirm nor deny that. Don't go to YouTube and look either, because I'm not going to tell you what you're going to find. All right, so that covers the outerwear. We're going to jump to the next category, which is one that, as I mentioned before, mine's changed a little bit, and this is where I need help, but run shirts.
Yeah.
So shirts, another piece of equipment hopefully people wear every run, even men. I don't like to see them coming at me without a shirt on. Creeps me out a little bit. Run shirts.
Yeah.
What you got?
So
this is definitely different on the women's side.
Totally.
Yeah, I can't believe what you all have to deal with.
Yeah, and I'm particular in what I like, especially in the summertime from a tank top perspective, because I am somebody that carries a pack with me almost every time I run, because I've got car keys, my phone. I like to have water with me, whatever. And I've got a really small pack that's super lightweight. So, but I can't handle it if it's a super tight racer back. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. The pack rubs, it's uncomfortable. So Oiselle, I mentioned them last time.
That's Oiselle.
Look at you, spelling bee champ.
I can use it in a sentence.
Oiselle, spell it again.
I just can't say it.
So the Flight long sleeve is their go-to long sleeve that I love. It's $68. The Firecracker tank is the closest one I could find to the tank that I purchase a couple every few years. I'll get a new one. Has a nice big back, but it's lightweight, super comfortable, a little bit looser fitting. I don't like a super tight fitting tank either, but for those of you that do, they have any style that you could be looking for. And like Lulu, they last. They're really well made. They're worth a little bit of dough.
Quality, folks. Quality.
You'll notice that almost everything on my list, I go for quality.
Well, we had Preston on yesterday, and he said when he first started running, he'd go to Ross and get $10 Nike shorts. Yeah. That didn't take him long to figure that one out, right? But again, it's like and it's not saying Nike's not quality, but we all know there's different lines in each apparel line. But it's quality. Price points have been coming up forever. Shorts we talk about $65 and everything else. So again, quality is going to last, right? And it's just something you get comfortable with. You go to. Don't always look for that inexpensive stuff so much.
Yeah, and if this is a gift guide and you're looking for something nice to give to your loved one, hey, it's worth a little bit of extra dough maybe this time of year, a little splurge.
Yep, and they'll be happy because I got something nice. Old Spice, that's going back, right? But a nice tank, you're gonna wear it. Yeah.
So that's kind of my go-to. I will confess, I still run in t-shirts that I've had forever because I prefer, if it's cold enough, I'm going long sleeve. If it's not cold enough for a long sleeve, I'm in a tank top and maybe
sleeves or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Something I can take off really quickly as I warm up during the run.
As I've progressed in the aging realm and running, and I mentioned this, I've gone to 3/4 sleeve when it's cold. And I didn't think I would like that. I had these couple 3/4 sleeves for probably 3 years that I never wore to run in. They were just like t-shirts.
Yeah.
But they're made by Path. And one day it was kind of cold, wasn't sure what to wear. I said, heck with it, I'll throw one on. I loved it because it didn't go down where I had to keep pushing my sleeve up. It didn't cover my watch. It didn't get caught in my jacket. And it just did enough, right? And so I was talking to Preston. I said, you got to try a 3/4 sleeve. It's not for everybody, I'm sure, but I don't do well in long sleeve because it's just more stuff, right? And I'm always pushing my sleeves up, and this thing was just perfect. Right?
Yeah, that's interesting. I've not noticed options for 3/4 sleeves. I wonder if those are out there for women. I'm assuming they are, but
I wouldn't know. I mean, maybe it's like fashion stuff. I don't see a lot of running stuff 3/4 length. And again, this was something that the Path Projects had, or honestly, I probably wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. It's like and Joel had it. He wore it for the first time, and he was running in it, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's kind of funky, right? But then I went to mine, I'm like, oh, hold the phone. I like that. And right now they don't have any 3/4 sleeves. It doesn't look like they've got some long sleeves, but if you can find a 3/4 sleeve,
give it a shot.
Material that feels good to run in, give it a go. See what happens.
Yeah.
Give me some feedback. I won't listen to you, but give me some feedback. What else, shirt-wise?
That's all I got.
Yeah?
For tops, yeah.
So and I mentioned this before, I'm kind of looking for a sleeveless option. I'm not a tank top guy.
Yeah.
I bought my first tank top 2 weeks ago in Hawaii because I just don't wear tank tops. I don't feel comfortable in them. So I go sleeveless because I'm okay with those, and I can never find any that fit right. Mm-hmm. You know, the cut under the arm or too many seams to chafe. And I know Rabbit has one that I've wore, but I've also seen people, Sarah Moore, she
makes her own.
Yeah, she does. And I'm like, why don't I try that? Because I like shirts, right?
Yeah.
Like she'll literally look at a shirt and go, oh, I'd love that shirt. Let's cut the sleeves off. Brand new. I'm like, well, okay, but it might work for me, but I'm still looking for a nice sleeveless option.
Like, makes me a little nervous if you're like spending a little bit of money, like we just talked about, on some nicer gear, and then you're going to take a pair of kitchen scissors to them to.
Well, mine would always look like, when I cut mine though, they look like Jaws teeth all the way around. Like I don't cut well. And so I'm always like snip, snip, snip all the way around. I'm like, wow, looks like I got ripped off by a shark or something, but
that's cool.
I'm not good at it. So that's the run shirt realm for Debbie. And now this is the one that I love to hear a lot about, run shorts. Women, I cannot believe the options you're faced with. Like men, it's like, primarily 5 and 7 inch. Okay, you can get to 3 inch. Now some are making 9, but women, you've got like crazy cuts. Like you talk about high waisted, you got the split, the 3 inch. I've seen some definitely a lot shorter than a 3 inch.
Yeah.
I know women are
2.5.
Yeah, and it's interesting. So, and I talked to you, I've talked to Sarah, I've talked to other women. It's like it's hard to find a good run short, and then when you find it, they change it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what are you doing?
Oh my gosh. So I'm glad you teed it up that way, because shorts are just so awful for me to find. I used to run in some Lululemon shorts, and I could be wrong here, so ladies, don't go try to fact check me. But I swear they used to have a 3 inch, which is perfect for me. I'm not a tall human, so a 3 inch inseam is perfect for me. It's not too long. It doesn't ride up. But then I swear they changed it, and all they have now is a 2.5 inch, which is just a little bit short for me. I don't like that. So I have been on a mission to find some new shorts.
So here's where we need some help for the TrailManners listeners. If you know some quality women's 3 inch cuts, send them the way. We'll pass them on to Debbie.
Perfect. So I found a few options that I'm digging so far. Haven't spent a ton of time running in them yet, but some options to try. One of which I love, and I think Sarah really likes too, is the Viore Clementine short. They're really lightweight. The fabric is super soft and comfortable. I don't know exactly what the inseam is. I want to say it's about 3 inches. They are just about perfect. I haven't put them to the test in a long distance run yet. About $60. I actually want to go and buy a few pair just to have for summertime, just running around, sitting at soccer games, whatever. I think you're going to like them. The other pair that I found is actually a soccer company for women called Goal 5.
Okay.
And I'm loving them. They're a little bit heavier fabric. The length is great. They have different options of length and on the waist. For those of you that are looking for like a higher waisted, they have some of those options, and they do have some longer shorts if you're a taller lady. Go check them out. I found
Goal 5.
Goal 5, GOAL, and the number 5.
Okay.
And they are on sale right now.
What?
The Fast and Free short on sale right now for $29.99.
Wait a minute. Fast and Free. Didn't another brand have a Fast and Free?
Yeah, but we won't tell anybody that because we don't want to get Goal 5 in trouble.
No.
Yeah.
Unless they want to give us money to keep their name out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Regular price there, I want to say about $59,
Okay.
but on sale you can find them for $30 right now.
Wow.
Steal of a deal. Yeah.
That's a great deal.
Yep.
So I'm going to ask you this. I know it's a personal question, but I've changed over the last year-ish. I used to always wear a certain short, and it always came with a liner. And then I just went away with liners and started buying liners. Path Path Projects makes a nice liner. It's like a 3-inch, and I wear it under all my shorts.
Do you cut the liners out of the shorts that come with liners?
Well, I've switched over to buy shorts that don't have liners, but my shorts that had liners, like some of my old Patagonia Pro Stride shorts, I cut the liners out.
Interesting.
Because I just got to the point where I just didn't care for liners. And same thing with shorts. If it's a different that liner can make or break a short.
Yeah.
For men, and I don't know how it is for women, but for men, the liner can make or break. You could love the short, and the liner could be garbage.
Yeah.
Right. And I just don't think a lot of companies put as much thought into the liner. I mean, the seams are huge and heavy, like a shark mouth. And you don't want that.
No.
Right.
That sounds real bad.
Yeah. So what about on the women's side? Do women's shorts primarily come with liners, or do they don't, or is it just kind of a mix, like kind of the men's side, I guess?
I think it's a mix. I think more in my shopping to try to find a new short to replace the ones I used to love. I found some without, but most seem to come with a liner. And for me, liners don't typically bother me unless it's super poorly designed and the liner is so tight. The short fits perfect, but then the liner just squeezes you in all the wrong spots. And I have not had that happen.
Okay.
Not in the Vuori, not in the Goal 5, and even the Lululemons that I still have and I still like to run in. I'm pro liner that way.
Okay. Pro liner. I like that.
Liner.
Pro liner.
Yeah.
I think that could be the name of a short.
Yeah.
Maybe Goal 5 should steal that one.
It's just, for me, it's all in one place.
Yeah.
I don't have to, make sure my liners are clean and my shorts are clean, whatever. But Goal 5 does have options. I noticed this when I was reading reviews before I purchased my first pair. On some of their shorts that don't have a liner, the vast majority of the women that were complaining about the shorts, I love everything about it, but I wish I had a liner. Oh. So they brought out a different style of short that also has a liner. So
not
whatever
in that
that's
style,
worth.
just a different style.
Yeah.
So they listened, so that's good.
Yeah.
But just in a different short. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm good with the liner.
Okay. That's good. I mean, I was a non-liner guy. Oh, well, man, that goes. I used to use the shorts with liners. That's all I would buy because I'm like, I won't watch two things. I was watching one because it's a package deal.
Yep.
Right. No pun intended. Now that I wear the base liner, it's like my game's changed. Yeah. I just feel I don't know. It's just better.
Do they have an option for women?
Path Projects.
Or are they mostly men?
Mostly men, but I do know women that wear them. They just order the smaller sizing because I think they have like extra smalls through extra large. So I know the smaller ones definitely fit women because I've seen women wearing this stuff. But it is not men's category, women's category.
Got it.
Let's do that. It could be unisex for sure with some of the stuff. Is that for your run short side?
Those are the two I have.
Okay, so you can help us by helping Debbie find a 3-inch run short. Yeah. Quality run short.
Yeah.
Don't be throwing some stuff at us from
no, and
Wish.com.
Yeah, and I'm excited to try both of these on a little bit longer distance runs now that I'm getting back into the game.
Well, and Vuori is ooh la la to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I bring that up later, but I actually have some of their joggers on right now.
I have a jacket on.
I don't like it. Yeah. I love their stuff. They have quality stuff, so soft. I have too much of their stuff already, and they if they come out with a new color, I just say, okay.
Sold to me.
And I'm like, why do I need all these?
Because you do. You do. When you put it on, it's just like game changer. Mm-hmm. So soft.
So how soft? What would you compare it to?
Puppy dog's ears.
Okay. That's way better than what Preston talked about yesterday.
What did he say?
He could have got us in trouble on the podcast by PETA, but he said someone explained it to him of a shirt that he wore was soft as baby dolphin skin.
Oh, boy.
And I've never felt a baby dolphin, but immediately I wanted to go do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's good or bad. It seems like more of a wetsuit feel, neoprene. So anyway, I just wanted to see.
It's not how I would have described it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even close.
Yeah. And again, we don't condone that here. Don't go petting dolphins.
No, but puppy dogs.
Puppy dogs' ears. Oh, I like the sound of that because the viewer is soft. It is so soft.
Yep.
I'll probably order from them today, actually, as well.
Addicted.
A new jogger came in a color that I've been waiting for.
The show.
Yeah, man, we're looking for a few. In fact, sponsors today's beer is Junior Astronaut Juice from Illuminated Brew Works. This is one of my all-time favorites yesterday. As you know, I had the Red Rock Christmas Ale, which is a good one, but this one is one of my top 5 beers right now, period. It's a double dry hopped IPA. Not sponsored by any means, but the show is always looking for a beverage sponsor of the adult version.
Yeah.
But that's the beer for the day.
Do you have a coffee sponsor?
Well, I don't have any sponsors right now.
We need to work on
We
that.
started Clean Sheet
Gotcha.
because, not to be anything, but for years, me and Joel were extremely picky when it came to that because we didn't want to do it for free stuff or money unless we actually liked it. There's some dogs out there. Let's just say that.
Well, I'm not drinking a beer, but I have some coffee.
Nice.
My favorite. Can I tell it?
Yeah.
Tell you who it is?
Hey, this is go for it.
Cafe Mercantile. They're my favorite. They have a couple different locations, and they serve Cafe Ibis coffee.
Oh, yeah.
My fave.
So Daily Rise has a blend right now called Trail Mix that's super good.
Ooh.
Really, really good. That supports Trails Foundation in Northern Utah, but it is actually an amazing coffee blend they came out with.
Interesting.
Trail Mix, yeah.
Let's try that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a great gift for the holidays. It's not on my list. All right, here's the one. This is the footwear line. Footwear, you have got me turned upside down and inside out.
In a good way.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm a Hoka Mafati Speed 3 guy right now, which Preston made kind of rib me a little bit that I jumped to the Hoka side because I hadn't forever. But right now, that's the shoe for me. But my other shoe I talked about was a Solomon Ultra Glide shoe. It's a 6 mil drop, and I actually wore those today. They're super fancy. Love the color.
I feel like you're wearing high heels with that 6 millimeter drop.
No, so 4 to 6 is as high as I can go.
Yeah.
And so 4 to 6 is my sweet spot. This is the smallest drop that Solomon offers. They're in the 9s and 10s and 8s. But I love this shoe. I really do. And Mike Ambrose was the designer of this. Ran for Pearl forever, so he knew that Pearl line.
Yeah.
And so this is what I think to me is kind of going along those lines, kind of that rocker like the North Face did. It's 28 to 34 mil drop, so it's got some great cushion to it, but not too much, right? Like I don't feel like they're high stack as some Hokas for sure.
Yeah.
They don't even look that way. But those are the 2 shoes that I have been wearing. But I love shoe. I'm a shoe junkie.
Yes.
Like
You always have
outsole,
been.
midsole, seamless uppers, the drops, everything. So I'm interested to hear because you generally run on a lower stack height, less cushion, feel of the trail shoe. So what are you running in? What's your jam right now?
Same 2 shoes that I talked about last year.
Okay.
Still running in them. The Saucony Peregrines. Love them.
What number are they at right now?
I think 11.
Okay.
11.
Do you like the new 11s?
I'm not in the 11s.
Okay, you're just
The
in the
last pair
10.
I have is a 10.
So you're
Yep.
a year behind.
I am.
Okay.
Yep, I am.
Okay.
But I'm ready for a new pair, so I'll be.
Did they change the 11 that you know of much from the 10?
I haven't looked that deep yet,
Okay.
but they haven't changed them much over the past several years. I've been running in them for a few years now,
Okay.
and every pair I've gotten has felt the same.
Okay.
The only complaint I have, and they must have done something slightly different in the upper, and it's driving me nuts. So listen up, Saucony, if you're listening to the show.
Oh, they listen. They listen.
Fix the uppers because they're kind of weak sauce, and I bust through the uppers
Like tear, right?
Yeah, they tear like right at the outer edge of my toes. So once they're torn wide enough, like
Has nothing to
you're
do with
off
your
camper.
toes.
No, I promise. I
You don't got
get
some
the
freaky
pedicure.
digits or
Nope.
anything? Okay.
Get the pedicure. Toes are in good shape.
Okay.
Nothing there. But once they are ripped enough, like if you're off camber at all, my
Just
feet will
slides.
slide right out the side and rip even worse, which is frustrating because the shoe has a ton of life left in it.
Yeah.
So I've been a little bit bugged by that.
Maybe they changed it in the 11.
I hope so.
That'd be nice.
I'm gonna go take a look at them. I really hope so. Hope they've reinforced that area a little bit. And then the Innovate Rocklight
Okay.
$295. I love that shoe. They're so hard to find.
Yep.
They're so hard to find. You can get them online. They're a little bit pricey for a shoe, in my opinion, but I love them.
What's the price on those?
They're like $140.
So the ones I'm running in are 170.
Oh, I won't complain then.
Yeah, I was going to
Okay.
say, shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
And there's the new, we talked about on the other show, the new Hoka Tecton X that's got 2 carbon plates that's coming out next year, $200.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you say that 5 times fast?
Which one?
Hoka
Tecton 10. Hoka Tecton. Oh, it's an X. Sorry. I always get confused.
Well, is it a 10 or is it an X?
I heard X because that's how they describe their carbon line, because they have it in like Carbon X. So that's what it would be, is the X. Yeah. So I educated myself on that one.
Educated. Good job. Good job. Yeah. Anyway, so those are my two favorite shoes. I love a shoe that has some really good grip on the bottom.
Nice lugs.
Yeah. Yep. Because I don't want to slip around, but I also, like you just said, I like to be able to kind of feel the trail. I want to feel what I'm dancing around on while I'm out there.
Off the top of your head, do you know the drop on either one of those?
Both of them are 4 millimeter.
Okay.
Anything higher than that, I don't really love.
Okay.
Messes with my hips. Don't like it.
Do you go down to a 0
Nope.
drop?
Can't do that either.
Okay,
My
so
body,
like 2 to 4.
Yeah, done.
2 to 4. You're in the
don't
small
mess
window.
with it. Small window, very precise window on the shoe, and I think that's partly why I've stuck with these two for so long. Now
So you're into small numbers. 2 mil drop, 3 inch short, 4 mil drop. So 2 to 4. That's your honey hole, right? That's the sweet spot. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
I like it.
I'm interested in that Salomon Ultra Glide shoe though, because you know me, I loved a pearl shoe. In fact, I found some that were hiding in a dark corner of a closet that still had a little bit of life in them, and I've been just on special days pulling those out to take them up for a spin on the trails.
Those are the special days.
Yeah.
Well, so I was talking to Preston in the previous show. I've got 3 pairs still in a box of my favorite.
New?
Brand new. Never even been. My foot's never even been in them.
So jelly.
And that's the the N2 V3. But I also have other renditions of pearl shoes. So yesterday I had on my N1s.
Yeah.
And it'd be the 3rd time I've ever wore those, and made them for 5+ years. So I still got a nice secret stash of those. But the other one you should look at, honestly, is the shoe designer that made all the pearl line, the good stuff. At the end, he went to North Face. And his very, very first shoe just came out. It's the Invictus. And they've got 3 models, 3 different price points. There is some variation between the 3, but they're all the same rocker sole. But he made those specifically close to how he ended with pearl, because that was his design at pearl. I tried them on because I was so excited. Mike Thompson.
Please tell me you were liking them.
I love them, other than the forefoot for me was a little tight.
Oh, okay.
And it could have been something that if I ran on them 3 or 4 times, they could have just stretched to fit good.
Sure.
But at $180, I didn't want to take the chance, because I bought a higher price point. There's 3 different levels.
I mean, you're spending $200 on a
Not
pair
yet.
of shoes.
Not yet. And we'll get to that later too.
Okay.
But I'm hoping the next year's, the newer version might be a little wider.
Oh, man.
But Mike Thompson makes trail shoes.
Where can I find them? I might.
The only place I've been able to find them is online.
Really?
I know local run shops got them. REI doesn't carry them locally. They do have them on their website. I know one model, I think on Running Warehouse right now, is on sale, and they have great colors. This is the second time I'm going to promote this organization, and I can't even name a person there. 7 Hills Running in Seattle, run shop. If you follow them on Instagram, just do it if you're a runner, because they're awesome.
The number 7 or
nope, spelled out. 7 Hills Run Shop in Seattle. They'll compare shoes. They've compared the Salomon Ultra Glide next to, something in that category, and they'll tell you all the differences. And they seem to always get the new shoes before anybody. And they sell out of them quick. But yeah, check them out. But I would check out those North Face if I was you.
Do you know the drop on them?
Yeah, they're in that same realm.
Perfect.
I mean, they literally seemed very platformish to those old pearl shoes. Stack heights are different based on the 3 that they have,
Sure.
but they're pretty close. They're a little more cushion probably than what you're used to. But I don't think they were too far off from the N2s from pearl.
Man, I might have to just give them a go.
Yeah, and I'm on the fence of just getting them and saying, all right, let me see if they stretch a little.
Yeah.
Because they did. They felt great. When you look at a picture online, they look like they have a heavy rocker, like heavy. But when you put them on, it doesn't feel that way at all. Yeah.
Oh,
but
man.
But you can tell it's there.
I'm excited. That's something I might need to add to my Christmas list.
Check them out, because there are 3 different models and different price points, and there are some differences between the 3. But it's had great reviews. You either like it or you don't, and
Sure.
I think it's the same as any shoe. Yeah,
any
right?
shoes that
but
way.
They
People love them.
sell out of them like crazy, so they're doing something right there.
Nice.
So is that for your shoes?
I do have one for after you're done running or on the way to the trailhead.
I'll let you do it now.
Oh, I can wait. Sorry.
We have the category casual afterwear.
I'll wait.
You will?
I will.
And you're not going to forget about it?
No, I got it on my list.
Okay. Is there
I
any...
am more prepared this time than I was last year.
I like it. I like it. Is there any shoe that you've seen that you're interested in looking at? Because all the stuff's coming out, right?
Now,
That
the
North Face?
Invictus.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a creature of habit. If you haven't picked that up already, I find a brand, I find a product that I love, and I stick with it until they change it and mess it up.
Yeah.
And then I go on the hunt for something else. So the Saucony Peregrines, I've really liked them. Like I said, the Innovates are really good shoe, but not for the person that feels like they need cushion.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit skinnier in the toe box.
Okay.
So if you like a wider toe box, don't go for the Innovates.
Because Sauconys, I've wore Sauconys and they seem to do really well.
They're really good. So the way I would run in a Saucony Peregrine for a longer race, the Innovates is something I would keep, 50K or less probably.
Okay.
For me personally. But yeah, no, other shoes, running shoes, I'm stoked to hear that there's something that might come close to what the Pearls were.
And so if you're listening to the show, you've already corrected me, but I'm going to correct myself before you can correct me online. The North Face, the Vective line.
Oh.
Vectiv. But then they have, within that, they've got the Flight, which is like almost the $200 shoe, which is the top. And then they've got the Infinite, which is the 170. And then they've got the Endurus, which is the 140. And there's differences between the three, and I'm not going to get into it because I don't work for them, but you can read about them.
Sure.
I was excited because when they first came out, they were white.
Oh, boy.
White shoes. And I'm like, okay. But then they came out with some flashy stuff, like some greens and some yellows. I'm like, that's more me. I got the white ones, and that's the ones I tried on, and I was walking around my place going, I don't know. Trevor Fuchs can pull this off. I don't know if I can. I know they get dirty, but I'm like, I don't know.
Why white?
I've seen
curious.
a lot of companies do that within the last year. Make some white running shoes. And
funny.
I'm not against it, right? But
but you are particular about your run shoe color.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You don't want to talk about that here?
Some make me look fast, some don't. Some scare me.
Which color makes you look fast?
Yellow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And blue makes you not.
Slow.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Can't
blue.
do that. Don't get blue.
Well, the Pearls too were yellow. The ones I loved, right? The color wave. And I tell people I've taken my laces out of my Pearl shoes and I put them in on my Cokas just to get that pearl in there still.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm a diehard. You're gonna have to rip them out of my
cold
dead toe fingers. All right, so that covers it for footwear, but we're always open for recommendation. And there's so many coming out in 2022, but the problem is it just seems like everything has been pushed back to May because of the delivery stuff.
Sure.
But if there's stuff out there we're missing, Debbie likes the 2 to 4 mil drop. I'm a 4 to 6 guy. I have wore Ultras, so don't get me wrong. I've done some 0 drop stuff, and I am looking forward to the Ultra Mont Blanc to try that one out. But any other stuff, let us know. You can win prizes, and prizes are free, and they're fun. Hydration. When I say hydration, I'm not saying how much water do you drink. I'm saying packs, handhelds, waist belts. How do you carry fluids and stuff? So what you got?
Packs for me. Like I mentioned earlier, I almost always have a pack. Just it's the most convenient way to travel. Like as phones got bigger, and now I think they're kind of going smaller again, but handhelds, the pockets just didn't match. I know they tried, and it just...
Well, the pocket was bigger than the bottle.
Yes, it got to that point.
You're
and
carrying
it just
your iPad around at some point.
Foolish, and it was a pain and uncomfortable. So I switched to running in a super lightweight, small pack, and it's perfect for just about anything. If you're going to do a long adventure run, you're going to need something a little bit bigger. If you're running a 100-mile race, you might want something a little bit bigger than this. Depends on how fast you are and how frequently you're going to get to an aid station. And I tried to go a different direction. So Solomon, I've been running in a Solomon pack for a very long time now. Okay. The one that I had holes in it. I was losing stuff. It was time to invest in a new one. And I couldn't find the Solomon size that I wanted. They had the pack, but I couldn't find the right size for me.
Okay,
personally.
like because I do like small, medium, large, all that stuff.
Yep, and I couldn't find it anywhere. They're sold out. Supply chain probs. Wah, wah, poor Debbie.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't want to speak ill of this other brand, but just know I tried something else and I hated it.
Okay.
It
wasn't for you.
Not for me.
Okay.
Not for me. And as luck would have it, I was at Al's Sporting Goods in Logan.
Love it. Love Al's.
And they had one
of
the Solomon pack. They had one in my size, and it's the 5 liter. I don't know if the ADV stands for advanced. I think it does. Advanced skin.
Skin, yeah.
$140. I love the material. It's stretchy.
I think it said for active skin.
Maybe. Not dolphin skin, though.
No, we don't
confused with.
condone that.
Nope.
I love dolphins.
Yes. Especially baby dolphins.
Far away.
Yeah. If they were here, we'd have problems.
They're not friendly.
Yeah. So the Solomon pack, they have my heart forever and ever. They made some changes from the one that I had to the newer ones now. Because like I said, I stick with stuff forever. I buy quality until I wear it out. They made some changes I was a little nervous about. The
chest straps.
The chest straps were different, and I was kind of nervous that I wouldn't like it, but they're great. They're fine. They adjust super easy.
Actually, it's the bungee cordy
It's a
ones.
bungee cord instead of... They have always had stretchy cords.
Yeah,
with
but they're more of a fabric-y cord, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was worried that the bungee would bother me, but it doesn't. Not at all.
I love the bungee.
Don't even notice it. Yeah, it's great. Has lots of pockets.
And you're talking the 5, right?
The 5.
Okay.
Yep, the 5
That's the
liter.
smallest. They got the 5, 8, and 12.
Yep. And the 5's awesome because even if I'm just going out for like a 6-mile run, I want a little bit of water. I want to carry the few essentials that I need to carry. It doesn't feel like I have too much pack on because it does just, it's skin. It's super snug, fits great, doesn't bounce, no props. Yep. Can't go wrong with Solomon. The one that I used to have, what I think was the 12.
Okay.
And I ran in that all the time too. If they had a 12 in my size, I probably would have gotten it instead of the 5. Just so I have something that's more versatile for longer runs. So eventually.
So I've got the 5 and the 8.
Yeah, you like the 8?
And I love the 8. That's as big as I would go because if I got a 12, I would fill it.
Just more.
Because there's room.
Yeah.
I'd probably take 72 gels, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. So I think the 8 for me is like the adventure run. I've been taking it on long runs. I would wear it in 100, which I have, and it's plenty big, especially if I have drop bags too.
Yeah.
But a 5 for me is if I'm wearing a pack 10 miles and more, I'll throw the 5 on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. I wore mine this morning. It was awesome. Yeah. The bottles, they've changed.
Yes, thank goodness.
Yeah, the mouth for the bottle, the twist cap is wider, which is so great, especially if you want to throw powders
mix, ice, anything.
Ice, yes.
The old ones were like, ugh.
They're so tiny you couldn't fit. You'd have to crush your ice, and that would be a pain in the butt. And anyway, it's great. They're nice. I think they're a little bit easier to clean because the tops are a little bit easier.
Yeah. Oh, you clean them?
You clean those?
I didn't know that.
The old ones, did you ever notice the old ones also had a seam at the top and it got real pointy on the sides?
Yep.
And over time, I would get leaks.
Oh, really? I thought you said you got moss. Something up there. It's getting green up in there.
Green and gross. No, that's yours.
I don't like the seam ones.
No.
They changed them, like you mentioned. I like them a lot more,
Me
too. Because if you listen to any of my stuff in the past, I never liked those collapsible bottles.
Yeah.
Because I always thought it was super hard to get back in. Mm-hmm. But then I learned through the ways you do it, I don't take it out to take a drink. Because usually I'd take it out, take a drink, and I couldn't get it back in. So the only time I take it out is when I need to refill it.
Yeah.
So you learn.
Learn.
Because I cut the straws because I used to make the big long.
Oh, I hate those too.
Yeah. Poke me in the eye. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So
yeah. I don't like to run with a bladder, unless I'm going.
Can't do bladders.
Unless I'm going a really long way and there's no water out there and no support, like it's not a race or something like that. But it does come with one. So
what I've done in situations like that, I have extra of the soft flasks and I fill them and put them in the back because then when I just rotate them and I don't use bladders for that reason because I still know exactly what I'm drinking. And for my bottles, if I'm doing something longer in the heat, one has water, one's got electrolyte.
Yeah.
And I know which is which depending on the side they're on. And then I just pull a new one out of the back instead of having a bladder for extra water.
Yep.
Because I just don't like bladders. They always got me in trouble. Not knowing how much I drank.
Yeah,
Too
same.
much, not enough, and it was always not enough.
Same.
Yep.
Same.
And I couldn't mix.
I might have learned that trick from you now that you're saying that.
I've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been around for a long time. I've filled many fortune cookies. So you might have read it somewhere.
Maybe.
Anything else in the hydration? Do you wear a belt?
I want to.
Handheld?
Can I hold that conversation until we talk about lighting?
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll see why.
I know where you're going.
Okay.
And I appreciate it.
Okay, great. Because normally I don't run in belts.
Mm-hmm. Nor do I.
Yeah.
I don't even put belts in my pants because I don't wear pants.
No mas.
No mas, pantalones, or belts. All right, next one up. This is the big, intense discussions with people. Nutrition.
Yeah.
So what do you got in the nutrition realm?
So nutrition, First Endurance. I still really, really like the First Endurance products. I like their powdered drink mix better than anything else I've tried.
The electrolyte stuff?
Yeah.
What flavor?
Lemon lime.
I'm a lemon lime
I like
person.
cucumber, but it has to be super cold.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're talking rotating it out, once
You
it
don't
gets
want a warm cucumber? No one wants a warm cucumber.
Nope. So they're always solid. I always go back to it. I've tried a couple others. I've tried Scratch, which I like Scratch okay, but First Endurance.
See, I've converted to Scratch.
Yeah,
I
I know
still
a lot
have
of people
First
have.
Endurance, but Scratch for me is the beneficial nutrition drink and supplement, from recovery drinks to bars to I just love Scratch.
Yeah.
When I get a Scratch order, I excited to
You get
open the box
excited.
because I ordered a lot of stuff from them.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I also really like their gels, and they come in like a bigger plastic bottle. Like there's 400 calories in one of those bad boys. So instead of having like a bunch of different gel packs that you end up getting your hands and your pack all sticky, your shorts all sticky, like you can just have one bottle, toss it when
Do
you're done
you
with it.
ever dilute those?
I don't.
Okay.
I know a lot of people do. I don't prefer to do it that way.
Because when I use those, I learned it from Luke Nelson. He called it a slurry.
Yeah.
He would have his gel. He'd put water in and also electrolyte mix and mix them up, and it sounded like tastes like creamsicles because he used orange.
Yeah.
And it was a slurry. And I remember one year I ran Wasatch 100. That's what I did, and it worked well. I've always struggled too much because the First Endurance stuff tends to be sweeter.
Yeah.
And so I've always had to kind of dilute it for that reason. And 400 calories fitting in a small bottle, that's a lot too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I can't do gels for a long period of time for the reason you just said. Like sweet, I get to the point where I'm like, I can't eat anything else sweet, and my body just wants something different. But the other gel that I loved that I can't find, at least in the stores here anymore. I went looking when I just ran the Antelope Fall Classic 50K, and I went looking, and none of the local stores had them anymore. It's the Pro Bar brand.
Oh, yeah. Did you check Wasatch Running in Bountiful?
I didn't have time to run down there.
Well, they've got
but
them.
They usually do carry them. But the ones close up here didn't have them. I was super bummed because those are great. They're less sweet. I like them with a little bit of caffeine to give you that little pick-me-up. So those are a solid fave that have never done me wrong.
Nice.
Yeah. I love, for stuff that's not a gel, not an electrolyte drink mix, I do love the Pro Bars. If you need something a little bit more
substantial, something to sit in your stomach.
Yep, you're going to be out there for a long time. The Pro Bar meal bars, I like those. They have some that aren't very sweet. I also have recently found a new one called a Perfect Bar.
Okay.
They're really tasty. Find them in the refrigerated section, not at your running shop, but at your grocery store. Give those a try. Super
so if they're
tasty.
in the refrigerated section, can you use them on a long run?
I have taken them out with me hiking.
Is there meat in them or something? No.
No. I think they're just like really fresh ingredients. They don't have a lot of preservatives in them. So if your belly's sensitive to a lot of preservatives and additives, they don't have that. That's why they're sold in the refrigerated
I was
section.
thinking if they put meat in them, that'd be good.
Yeah, a little meat snack.
Ground sausage.
Yeah, no. No, but that's really all I got from a nutrition standpoint, because I need real food when I'm running too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've definitely changed going that route a lot.
Yeah.
The food. So this is the next one is kind of the stocking stuffer / a la carte / miscellaneous. Covers socks, covers headlamps, cameras, watches, hats, whatever. Right. So it's kind of the Pandora's box once you jump down in there. And I've added a few, and I kept them over from yesterday and added one this morning after our run. But what do you got in that line? So we've got obviously socks. Let's start there.
Socks. Yep.
Because I know what you're going to say, and I'm going to let you say it, and then we're going to move on.
What am I going to say?
You're going to say you like those toe socks, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I do still love them. However.
Okay, keep going. I like this. Keep going.
You happy now?
I'm really happy.
Yes. I have switched to running sometimes.
You run.
In
Switch to running?
stance. In the stance run sock.
That a girl.
Yeah.
That a girl.
And I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm loving them.
Of course you're happy.
I'm
They're
loving them.
stance.
They're great.
No, I've got nothing against Injinji socks. I know people love them. I can't put them on.
Your toes are too.
Let's just say I
crossed
can't
over.
get them on. They're too hard. It's literally like by the time I get them on, I feel like I've already
Had
done
your
3
run,
miles.
workout's done.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I'm late to that run. I should have been there a half hour ago, right? I just struggle putting them on. I know if you're used to them, it's easier, but I've always once I get them on, they just feel weird. And I know it takes time to get used to, but I'm like, stance and features never did me wrong. I'm going to stick to it because, man, I'm sweating hard with these things.
I do. I'm loving the stance socks. Have not tried them, like, on the long run. Like, the 50K, I wore my Injinjis. Love them. They're solid for me. I don't get blisters. I don't get blisters when I wear those.
That's good because blisters are the worst.
They are. Terrible.
Game changer.
Yeah. So those, solid recommendation. Go for them. Love them. But if you don't love the toe sock or your special someone doesn't love the toe socks, Stance is a solid option for every day and for running.
I wear Stance socks darn near every day.
Me too.
I mean, one way or another.
Me too.
Because they've got fun flavors.
Yeah.
I got a pair in Hawaii that have floral all over them, and they're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't go wrong. What else you got on your miscellaneous list besides socks?
I got quite a few, actually.
Okay, well, let's rattle them off.
All right. So squeaky cheeks.
Okay.
I was a little worried that maybe they had gone away by the wayside. But I was happy to find when I Googled them that they are still around and you can still get it. And I love that stuff. Love it to put it in your socks, in your shoes. If you have kids with stinky feet, you need this stuff in your life.
Or if you have stinky feet.
Yeah. It's amazing. I don't know how they did it, what they did, but it's great. It's also great for anti-chafing.
Mm-hmm.
I still will use that when I'm getting ready for a long run, in my shoes, in my socks, at those pesky bra line areas. Ladies, rub a little bit of that on there. It's just good stuff. So
it's good too for like after a run.
Totally.
Like just to freshen up, right? If you have to go somewhere real quick.
Or
right?
especially if your feet got super soggy on your run, like a wet run or something like that. It's great to help dry your feet out. It's just great stuff. Can't recommend it enough.
Squeaky Cheeks, it's non-talc powder.
Correct.
And it is great. I've been using it for as long as I've known about them, and it's been 5 years or more. And it's almost like a daily thing on sometimes, especially in the summer. Like you can put it on and you won't feel clammy either. So
clammy. Nobody wants to feel clammy.
I don't like being clammy. I like clams. I don't like feeling clammy. What else you got?
Chapstick. Gotta run with chapstick.
Yep.
And it's just something.
Is there a brand you like?
Burt's Bees.
Do you?
Yep. Love the Burt's Bees.
I went to California not too long ago and came back with some Sex Wax lip balm.
Ooh.
It's awesome. Yeah. And I ordered some on Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah. And I never would have thunk it.
Does it have SPF in it?
Yes.
That's great. So that's my one complaint about the Burt's Bees. They do have one with SPF, but I don't like it.
Yeah. That one's really good. And Dermatone.
Dermatone.
That's one I've wore forever.
Really?
Yep.
Never heard of it.
It's blue with yellow. That's how I identify it. It's usually in ski shops.
So you're fast and you're slow color.
Yeah, but the lid's yellow, and I feel super quick.
Perfect.
Yeah. The slow holds it, and then the fast delivers it.
Perfect.
Right? I agree. Chapstick should always be with you.
How it should be. So along the lines of SPF, so we got to protect the skin, right? So ladies, I guess guys, you could do this too.
Don't leave me out if it's skin protection.
No, this one, it's Helio Care 360. It's really lightweight. I wear it every single day. You can get it on Amazon. You're gonna maybe do like I did when you see the cost for how small the tube is. It's about $20, but it lasts for a really long time. You don't have to put a ton on, like a tiny, less than a dime sized dab.
So what makes it special?
It's really lightweight. So for my face,
when you say lightweight, what do you mean by that? Like when you put it on, it doesn't feel.
You can't feel it. It doesn't feel greasy. Doesn't feel sticky.
Okay.
You don't have to rub it in forever like some sunscreens. It's not a spray that like you gotta close your eyes and everything's getting in your eyeballs. Sorry. Anyway, it has tint to it. So that's why I said ladies. It's got a little bit of tint. So it's a great
like
everyday. Yes, blue.
I'm out.
Yeah, sorry.
Yellow?
Maybe.
Make me faster.
Maybe.
So it tints like foundations?
Yeah.
Is that the wrong word? I don't know makeup either.
Yeah, yes.
Base?
Base.
Is that what it is?
You don't know makeup, but you're throwing out all the right terms.
I know. I buy it for people. Like my daughter, she's like, Dad, I need some base. I'm like, in your car? I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So.
But when you put it on, you can't even tell that you have it on. So, fellas, you want to give it a try? I think you should. I don't break out when I have that on. I can run all day long with it and have zero problems with it. It's perfect every day.
All right. I like it.
I use it every day.
That's a great stocking stuffer too.
Totally
perfect.
Yep. Protect your skin from the skin cancer.
Yes. It's out there.
Yep. Here's another one that less than $5. Super great stocking stuffer. A silicone coin purse that you can give to your running loved one to put in their pack to keep, if they want to run with some aspirin, salt tabs, any other little small nutrition, type
weed,
things.
Whatever they run with.
What did you just say?
Whatever they want to keep dry.
Whatever you need to keep dry. And in one spot, you're not messing with a Ziploc baggie.
You can still get those?
Yeah.
I remember having them as a kid.
Yes. Yeah. Still get them.
Amazon, I'm guessing.
Totally.
Since they have everything.
Yeah. Some of the run shops used to carry them too.
What if I got some and put my logo on them? Think people would get them?
I would. I'd buy 5.
5?
Totes.
They better have a minimum order of 7.
Well, then I'd buy 7.
Okay.
Yeah, they're great. That's something that I can't remember who told me about those forever ago when I first got into trail running, but
okay, so if you get one of those for a gift, for a stocking stuffer, put a note inside for that special person. Make it even funner.
Yeah.
Or a picture.
It's a good idea.
Make
And it's like a fortune cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I talk about.
Love it. Love it. Little bit more expensive gift item. Might be a little too big for a stocking stuffer, but talking recovery.
Yep.
Massage gun.
Oh, yeah. We talked these yesterday.
Yeah. And there's tons of different like price points. Theragun is the top of the line, Cadillac version. You're going to drop some dough on it. I don't think you need to.
Nope.
There's another one called the Beloman, I think, Beloman. It's like half the cost or even less. They're great. You're going to love them.
I was telling listeners I've got the Hypervolt.
I've not heard of that one.
That's like Theragun's top of the line, right? Same price point. They were 1 and 2, right? And so I got that one, but it was a little bigger and didn't come with a case. So I went on Amazon. So I'm like, I want to travel. When I travel, I want something small. I found one that fits in your pocket, size of your hand, $40.
Wow.
It's got like 9 different attachments. So it's more than what others offer.
Sure.
And it's been a champ.
Nice.
It's unreal. Like I don't use my Hypervolt gun anymore. The expensive one, I use this little $40 one.
What brand is it?
Yep. Amazon $40 brand.
Got it.
Yep. It's probably from another place that makes fortune cookies. It's just probably mass produced. You might get one bad one out of 20. I don't know, but mine was good.
If you buy it on Amazon, you can return it.
Exactly. That's why I got it. And I know somebody that got one as well. I told them, hey, try this one. And they've got one, and they've never had a problem with it. So you can get them for less. But I love I call them thumper guns.
It's a good name.
I love those.
Good name.
I turned on my dog runs. He's scared of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's scared of those
Poor
and
Gunner.
foam rollers. If I pull my foam roller out, he hides because he knows I'm going to say lots of words.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like,
Because he knows
"Oh."
it's hurting you, so he's afraid it's going to hurt him.
Yeah, he's like, it gives my dad Tourette's. I'm out.
I'm out. I got a couple more.
Okay.
Couple more. This one will fit in the stocking.
Okay.
A gift card
Oh,
to
yeah.
a massage therapist.
I would love
Sports
these.
massage.
So we talk gift cards. Great. People think they're impersonal.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, I don't give a gift card. But we talked about even before is like even to your local run shop.
Yeah.
Right? Because you say, well, it's only $25. What can a runner get for $25? Well, they could get $25 closer to the shoe they want.
Yeah.
Right? And not feel so guilty. Right? Or some socks or some nutrition or anything else. So
Sure.
I love the massage option if you know the person would do a massage.
If you know they would do a massage and like specific, I was thinking specific to running, right? So
yep.
like a sports specific deep tissue massage. There's a couple options. Graven massage is amazing. I used to go there all the time when I was training hard and running long distances. I know there's others in the area, Structura. A lot of people love them. Anyway, I think that is an amazing gift because oftentimes people won't do it. They won't spend the extra cash on it. So a little gift card for some recovery massage would be awesome.
And here's an insider tip. You ready?
Yeah.
Everybody turn up your radios or your computers. Joel Hatch by May will be a massage therapist.
Yes.
He already does the stretch stuff, which I would recommend, but he is going to be jumping into the realm of the active recovery massage and deep tissue.
And he's been offering some sessions as he's been going through school.
Yep.
Yes.
And
I
if you have
that.
Joel, it's going to be quality and you're going to just enjoy yourself because you have a great conversation
Real
if you
good
want
time.
one. So,
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 more.
Gotcha.
3 more.
Okay.
This is a little running tip in the wintertime. If you like to run with your phone so that you can communicate with those that you love or listen to music or podcasts, whatever, in the winter, the battery dies a little quick. So grab your favorite beverage koozie. Can be an adult beverage or not, but a koozie, just a little couple dollar koozie. It's great for after the run when you want to drink your beverage, or to keep your phone nice and toasty warm in your pocket or in your pack, and it helps protect that battery life when you're out there on the trails. So,
okay, so here you go. If you enter the contest that I talked about, I will send every winner a taper up koozie.
nice.
So to hit on that, I've got some taper up koozies. So when you email manners@trailmanners.com, part of your Christmas stuff, or you post on Facebook and you're one of our winners, every winner we're just going to get a koozie now. Boom.
Love it.
Boom.
Boom. Baby.
Even if you don't live in cold weather, you can just keep your beer warm.
Well, that's
cold.
why I'm saying it's multi-purpose. It's
Yep.
great for keeping your phone warm, and then when you're done running, keeps your beverage cold.
Boom.
Yes, done. Multi-purpose. Love that. Okay, for those of you who have really, really, really cold hands and you don't like running in the cold, thinking Jim Skaggs, Kelsey, couple
Sarah
other,
Moore.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep. I found for skiing for my kids, but this has come in handy when running, is a little electric hand warmer.
Okay.
Also multi-purpose tool. It is an external battery pack. So if you're going to be out there for a long time, you can charge up your phone, keep your hands warm, charge up your headlamp if you need a little bit of extra battery life. Great.
Where would one find these?
You can go direct to their website, but
Okay.
I did purchase mine on Amazon
Okay.
last year, and it's Okupa, OCOOPA, electric hand warmer.
Okay.
And they have several different varieties as far as battery life goes. So for the most affordable, about $29. If you want one that lasts a lot longer, they go up to about $60. But
Wow.
really great idea.
I just pulled it up right now and they look fancy. They look like a mouse almost. Or an
Yeah, like
electric
for your
razor.
computer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're on sale right now. Right this minute, all of them are on sale.
perfect. Done. Order 5.
I just did. No contest. People get one though. We're stopping at the koozie.
All right, last one for like stocking stuffer, grab bag gifties. A really great Yeti water bottle or mug.
Okay, those are quality.
They're great. I mean, again, something that's going to keep your beverage either hot for as long as you want it to be hot or cold as long as you want it to be cold. They have a million different varieties on sizes and shapes. You cannot go wrong. And that's a little bit of a splurgy item that sometimes your loved one may not get for themselves. So great idea. Stocking stuffer. You can put your massage gift card in that.
Well, and there's nothing better after a cold run coming back to warm coffee.
Oh, yeah. We
instead
talked
of
about that this
lukewarm.
morning.
Yeah, and nothing better. It's a hot, massive, blistery day. You come back and something just cool.
Ice, cold water.
Yep,
Yeah.
so that's true. And you can get, and I know this because I just got a new mug that's a knockoff, double wall, but it's a knockoff. It does not keep anything hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I have a knockoff today.
Yeah.
And my coffee's lukewarm already.
And I think some of it's the lid, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because double wall insulated should do pretty well. I think the lids have a lot to do with it.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you're done, though, because I think there was some lighting that you skipped over that you wanted to come back to. Mm-hmm. And I think you got your pants done, right? You did your pants, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So lighting.
Yep. Lighting.
There was something you wanted to discuss on the belt side, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. So I went for a run with one of my dear friends who I've known for a very long time, Amy Musgrove. And I show up and I'm out front, I'm leading, and I can't see anything. All I can see is my shadow. I have my headlamp on, and she has got this headlamp that is bright as day. I'm like, I need to upgrade my lighting situation here. So full confession, I still have the 2 headlamps that are like my absolute favorites. One of them they don't make anymore. I'm real sad about it. It's Petzl Mio. They don't make it anymore. I'm sure they have something that's similar. But anyway, the light's just not as bright. Still works. Still love it. Anyway, so I thought, good opportunity to try something new. And I had seen a few ultra runners with a belt light, really skinny, 6 or 7 different little miniature lights, but it lights up
around you.
All around you.
Yep.
And so I went searching for that. It's called, help me with the pronunciation. Is it
Kogala? Yep.
Kogala. And when I got to the website, I was a little disappointed to see that it doesn't come on a belt already.
Oh.
I was a little disappointed by that. But what's exciting is it gives you a lot of versatility with where you put it and how you utilize it. Okay. So it comes with a battery pack, USB rechargeable battery pack, which is awesome. Haven't tested it enough to know how long that thing lasts. So disclosure there.
Still working on the testing.
Still working on that. I loved how bright that thing was. Comes with a magnet. It comes with some Velcro straps, so you can put it on your pack if you wanted to, on the chest straps of your pack. Or I thought I want it a little bit lower to the ground. I wanted to test out the belt light situation, but I have always hated running in belts because they bounce, whatever. So I went searching, and I found a flip belt.
Oh, yeah.
It's called flip belts.
Yep, seen those.
They're great. You can fit a phone in them, gels, keys, whatever. They looked similar to what a lot of the waistbands on women's shorts and tights look like. No slipping, whatever. I thought it's worth trying for $20.
And you just bedazzled it with your Kagala.
Bedazzled it with my Kagala.
Okay.
With the magnet that it comes with, because it's magnetic, or you can use the Velcro straps. That thing did not move, Eric. The belt worked great.
Okay.
And the light did not bounce. The only time it fell off is when I caught it with my hand.
Oh, gotcha. Snagged it.
Snagged it on something. It was great. I loved it. I highly recommend the Kagala. If you want something really bright, you want something lower to the ground. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be. So that was game changer for nighttime running for me.
Okay.
Yep. The flip belt, size down. Ladies, size down. Unless you're going to be tucking in like a jacket or something. It didn't bounce, I think, because I was layered up. It was really cold that morning, and my jacket was tucked into the belt. Okay. Otherwise, I think I need a smaller size.
Smaller size?
Yep. So that's my recommendation for lighting. I do have one other light recommendation. I can't speak for myself, but I know Tara Warren likes this one, and Kelsey likes it too. It's the Petzl Bindi.
Oh, we already talked about that.
Did you?
I love that light. I use it every day.
$40.
$40. I got Sarah one. It's so teeny, so it's amazing.
Lightweight,
200
keep it in your
lumens,
pocket.
but it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. That was on the show yesterday, or the part one. 200 lumens, $45. It's awesome. Yeah. Totally worth it. Yeah. And just nice to have on you.
Yeah.
Anything else? Casual afterwear. Anything that we haven't covered that should be on a Christmas gift list?
Well, a couple things. Spikes for winter running.
Okay.
Did you guys talk about those?
Nope.
Katula micro
yes,
spikes.
we did.
Micro spikes.
Okay.
The only ones
that you'll wear.
That I'll wear.
Nice.
Yeah. They're super gnarly.
They've been around too.
Forever.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yep. Can't go wrong with those. They're a little heavy if you're just carrying them around in your pack, just on the just in case basis, but they're great if you need them. Casual afterwear.
Yes.
We sort of foreshadowed this in the Viore discussion earlier. Anything and everything on their website.
Pretty much.
Sign me up.
The Stratotech tee for men and the Ponto pants and Ponto shorts.
The leggings.
I'll take all the colors.
The joggers. Blue. All of it. Anything on their website, sign me up. So casual afterwear, I totally recommend all of their stuff. Get on their website, shop around. More and more stores are starting to carry them.
REI does.
I know Al's Sporting Goods does.
Strider's in Ogden.
Oh, nice. There you go. So you can find it. Go check them out. The other one that I love, the Prana Halley pant.
Okay.
They're great for afterwards. They're great for camping. Super comfortable.
What kind of material? Are they climbing pant type stuff? More casual?
They're kind of climbing pant-ish, but they're stretchy. They've got some stretch to them. They're just great all around. The cut's really cute. They're forgiving. Like I said, they've got a little bit of stretch to them. Check them out. About $89.
Okay.
Yeah. Solid.
Well, I'm gonna throw mine in because I've been picked on early in the show. If you still remember, apparently I'm wearing a shirt with it has a tear in it. Mm-hmm. But this is my all-time favorite top. I've got 5 of them, different colors and weights. It's a Path Projects Pyrenees top. It's hooded, long sleeve, and you can do anything in it.
I'm getting a little sad about all of these Path Projects recos, and they're mostly for the boys.
You got to check them out, though. So here's what I'm doing. I'm transforming my shirt as I'm talking to Debbie. So I'm going to go in and out. So it's got the thumb thing if I need it. The other side, that's not a hole. That's for your watch.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. They designed it so you could have your watch, so you don't have to pull your shirt up, and it fits perfectly right there, and your watch face fits right there. I wear a Sunto, fits perfect. Nice. And so I can just do that, and there's my watch. Don't pull my sleeve up, nothing. Super comfortable. They've got new ones coming out too with a different material that's supposedly softer, but I literally wear this all the time. One of the colors, but yeah. So it's not a rip. It's a designed, stitched, hemmed hole. How's that?
Well thought out.
Hey, well,
I'm liking it. At first, when you said, I thought you were saying that you're getting ready to transform that shirt into your next sleeveless run top.
No, I'm not touching this baby. I will. This thing's going to be with me for a long time. And the hand things tuck up in the sleeve if you don't want them longer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so versatile. I just wear it all the time. I wore it when I got out of the ocean. Just threw this on real quick. If I was a little chilled after runs, I've run in this before.
Yeah.
And just put, you have the hood in the back. Anyway, just to preface that. And that's on my list. I mean, I've got them all. But, I'm like, if the new color comes out, I'm taking it. So
one other thing I forgot after run.
Yeah.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Chacos sandals.
You like the Chaco?
I love it.
Yeah.
They're comfortable. They're tough enough to be like if you're out on the island or at a trailhead, they're solid to walk around in, not like a flip flop.
After race, walking to talk to your friends.
Yep.
Yep.
You just want to take your sweaty shoes off at the end of a run, drive home in them, whatever. They're great. They last forever.
Nice.
Yeah.
So here's what I would like for Christmas.
Do tell.
I want a Hoka discount code.
Oh.
Someone's got to have one. I want an Arc'teryx Norvan jacket.
Yeah.
Because I haven't bought mine yet.
I thought you were going to buy it.
Well, if I can find the orange one, I will. I want the Petzl Ico Core headlamp. It's 500 lumens, $90. It looks like a gaming device. It's snug to your head. Looks awesome. It's Petzl. The Rabbit Easy gloves. A podcast studio, since my bus is sold. Just
what?
a place. Yeah, sold it in March.
Oh, I'm clearly behind the times.
Yeah, Studio 78 is with a new owner, and they're doing it, so it's a sad. We don't talk about it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kids cried. Everybody did.
I might cry.
And I'm still looking at Koros watches.
Koros.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about them. I love my Suunto 9, but I'm kind of curious with the Koros. Some of their battery life seems ridiculous amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to check those out. But again, same thing. The one everybody talks to me about is like $700, the Vertix 2. So, check that out. And then this was the challenge I threw out yesterday. Debbie, are you ready for this one?
Sure am.
This is a challenge to all the listeners out there. And I'm going to change mine. I've already developed it into something else. What I challenged everybody to do is pick one person in your life, right? Send them a Christmas card. But not just your normal Christmas card, like the pictures and the generic stuff. Like handwrite it to someone that's inspired you, that's touched you, that's been there for you, especially within the last year and a half, right? It's been troublesome. And just send them a nice handwritten Christmas card and tell them how you feel. And the reason I like that is because people don't know that.
Yeah.
And people need to know that, right? And so don't text them. No Facebook posts. And I've said it yesterday, no damn TikTok videos.
No, snail mail.
Snail mail. Write them a letter, whatever. But I've changed mine. I'm going to do it for Christmas, but I'm also going to do one a month for 2022.
I love that.
Pick 12 different people, and you can do more. And just send them a letter, send them a card, and just, because I know I've had so many conversations with people about like teachers and mentors and close friends when they're going through troubled times. And of course, coronavirus has been around for a while now. It's made people kind of just draw in a little bit more. And I don't think we've had the interaction. I just think it'd be a nice little gift for somebody. And it's free other than postage and a card.
Yep.
So that's my challenge to the listener. Send a card to somebody in your life that has inspired you, that's touched you, that's encouraged you, that's done something positive that they may not even know about. Because I guarantee that would be one of their greatest things they receive this Christmas, no matter what they get. Even if they get a Viore shirt.
Yeah.
Or Koros watch. Or Pearl Izumi shoes that aren't made anymore.
Or the North Face.
Or the North Face shoes.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that idea. I think that's great. And
so I'm challenging all the listeners. Yeah, it doesn't take time. It's super simple.
Yeah.
But it'll go a long way. So that was my challenge to everybody. So again, email us at manners@trailmanners.com, your Christmas list, something we missed, something we didn't catch, or comment on one of the 2 Facebook posts for this podcast at the Trail Manners Facebook page. I'm going to just randomly draw some winners. We've got 2 $75 gift cards from Path. That's our granddaddy ones. And then there's a bunch of other stuff I'm going to send you. So it's just a way to be engaged, to get something Christmas-wise. And even if I send you something, turn around and gift it, that's fine. Whatever. But also, share the podcast. Let people know we're back. It's been a rough couple years all the way around. We got some changes going. If you listen to episode 306 or 307, the launch, we got some changes happening, which are going to be exciting. But let's get back out there. There's so many podcasts. I'm not going to get into it. We talked about it before. But the Christmas gift show has always been one of my favorites.
Love it.
So thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Again, I so much appreciate all the support you've given me and the podcast over the 6 years we've done this. And we're going to hopefully keep crushing it with more to come. Have a happy holiday.
You too.
I hope you get some stuff for Christmas that you want.
I hope so too.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Mostly, I hope I get a card.
You may. You never know. You never know. That's the beauty of it, right? And if you didn't want to send more than one, send more than one. Like I said, I'm going to send some for Christmas, but I'm going to do at least one a month for 2022.
It's a great idea. Love it. And I love being here anytime.
Nice. Well, you'll be back on. I think you know that. It's always fun to have you on.
Thanks.
But thanks again for listening to the Trail Manners podcast. This is the end of our Christmas gift guide, episode 308 and 309. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate, enjoy it. Be safe. And one last thing I forgot. If you want, and this again, we're not sponsored, but there's a place in Ogden now called the Sidebar. If you get a chance, go to the Sidebar in Ogden for a drink. You will not regret it. I'm not going to tell you anymore. It'll be such a surprise to you. I went there the other day and was blown away, and I will be back multiple times. Happens to be owned by an ultra runner that I just met, new to the area, and that's not why, but it's an amazing experience. So if you're local and you haven't, hit up the Sidebar. Just a free plug for them because they're such great people and such a great experience and a great time of year to go there with some friends. So thanks for listening to the podcast. Thank you to Debbie for joining us and taking her time, and happy holidays.
Thank you for listening to the Trail Manners podcast. I'd like to thank Debbie Farka for taking the time to join us and wrapping up the 2021 Christmas gift guide. I also want to encourage everyone to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at TrailManners, or swing by the website at TrailManners.com. Check out our store page and support the podcast by buying a shirt or whatever else we'll have in there. Or you can hit us up on the contact page and let me know what you want to see, who you want to hear, or if you would like to be on the show. And besides, I always love hearing from you. And if you could take a minute to subscribe to the show and leave us a rating or review on iTunes or Facebook, I'd greatly appreciate it. And lastly, it's the giving season, and Trail Manners would love your support via our Patreon account at patreon.com/TrailManners to keep us alive and kicking. Until next time, this is Eric Manning reminding you, you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Now go get it.